All right, guys, you're all going to have them. If you haven't had a bad day yet, it's coming, I promise. Sales, you're going to have bad days because so much of your emotion, how you're feeling that day, how motivated you are. And remember, motivation is a myth. You have to create action and momentum to get motivation. You don't wake up with it. You have to create it. You have to manifest it. So please don't misunderstand this as a lack of motivation. But at the same time, I feel like some of these things can also assist you with a lack of motivation. But ultimately, having a bad sales day, it's affecting how much, how willing you are to get the dials done, to pick up the phone, to make those sales. I want you to consider a couple of things that I know work for me and I know work for some really successful salespeople. Pump up songs, all right? Find it, own it. It can be as daggy as you want. If you feel like it, post the YouTube in the group and share it with everyone. But ultimately, guys, I want you to remember that songs and music have an incredible and well scientifically documented impact on our mood and on our energy. So I want you guys to find that song, search through, find that pump up song. And when you're feeling down, blast it, like really dance around, get the energy up, move, and obviously straight away you'll notice your energy will shift, and you use that to keep your energy really high, particularly if you're doing back-to-back sales, guys, like especially with the online stuff. There's a lot of glamour attached to online programs. There's a lot of glamour attached to online fitness programs. But I want you guys to remember, some days this can be back-to-back sales calls, 6 to 8 calls back-to-back. And that's 8 hours minimum of talking to someone about their issues, their problems, their sale, and then ultimately the sales process, right? So you've got to remember, you're taking on a lot of emotional energy. So you may need breaks in that process, and you may need to pump yourself up, even if you're having a great day, okay? You just need to keep your energy high for every single person. Every dial you make has to have energy, has to have positivity. You have to want to change that person's life. And especially if they don't have that energy, they will take it from you. They live that energy. Remember, 10x your energy on videos, 10x your energy on calls, okay? The other one is obviously fresh air. Get out, stretch the legs, go for a walk, 10 minutes around the block, take some deep, big breaths, really connect with your breath in, your breath out, express some gratitude, look around you, be grateful, and move forward with positive energy, okay? On that same thing, exercise, get your workouts in, guys. Even if it's a little one, even if you can only make 15, 20 minutes, go do it. Make the time for yourself, invest in yourself as well as investing in your clients. Be what you're asking them to do. You would say to them, you can always make time. It's a priority thing. So get in there, get some exercise in, stretch it out, and really make sure that you're prioritizing. If you're running out of time, you might have to get up a little bit earlier to do the admin things in the morning to make sure that your day is clear for sales. But that comes down to working in fixed time blocks, making sure that you're mapping out your day in advance. Trav and I use the focus planner. I love it because it allows me to see the big things that I've got to achieve in a day. It allows me to time block my day, take notes, but also put all my to-do list shit in there because that's inevitable. And you always feel better writing that shit down. So it's really important to work in fixed time blocks, commit to those time blocks, set timers for those time blocks, remove distractions, and don't allow yourself to be distracted during that time. And that's why if you're taking notes, physical notes, you're working through the dials, you're only utilizing the social platforms that you need to. You can put on social blockers and things like that to make sure that you're staying focused on the tasks at hand. You can't get distracted by Facebook or Instagram. You need to focus on, your CRM, your dialer, your phone, your notes, and your emails. That's it, right? You can focus on that, all right? Make sure that you are sticking to that plan. And that is planning your day in advance. Now, either first thing in the morning, wake up early. It might be part of your morning routine, but it also could just be part of your routine at the end of the day before. Map out the next day in order to feel like you're winning. Mapping out your week, what needs to be achieved that week, at the end of the week, things like that allow you to move forward. And as I said, avoiding distractors. If you've got people, put a sign on your door saying, you're busy right now, you'll be available at this time, that time, whatever it is, depending on the environment that you work in, guys. Set yourself up for success, okay? And make sure that you are working towards success because you guys want to feel like winners. You guys want to be making the sales and you want to be obviously changing people's lives. So start at home, pump up songs, fresh air, exercise, commit to the time blocks, commit to the hours. And this really comes down to, guys, understanding what it's going to take to make the sales. And this is why for us, we'll always be reverse engineering. The number of sales equals the number of leads, equals the number of conversations, equals the number of dials. So for you guys, you need to have those numbers confident so that you know where the problems lie and that your cost per acquisition is where it all started is going to be key. All right, guys. So get your mojo back, stay on track, and post that pump up song in the group.